Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy Style, and today I'm going to be introducing our new build, the 1967 RS Camaro. This build isn't new per se. I've had this car since about the summer of 22, and I've been working on it on and off for the past couple of years. And this is going to be kind of an introduction to the vehicle, as well as like what's to come in the future and other projects we'll be working on with this puppy. So let's get into it. As far as bodywork goes, I'm actually pretty lucky. This was a California car, so it's pretty rust-free. There's some spots of surface rust here and there, but really nothing that's that crazy. And a lot of the panels, such as the doors and fenders, actually are pretty solid and definitely reusable. Now, this car will not be red when it is done. I want to go back to its original color, which is mountain green. I think that's just such a unique color for these cars and such a good looking color for them as well.
It's a bit faded, but this is the shade of green that we will be going to. It's more of a muted, earthy shade of green.
But as far as actual bodywork goes, there'll need to be some stuff done for sure. For example, probably the biggest spot is the right side quarter panel. That thing was really beat up. We think this car was in at least a accident. We kind of think it was in 2 accidents, but kind of on the fence about that. The right side quarter had this huge dent into it and had a disgusting amount of body filler, to put it lightly, in it. So my dad and I worked on that. We pulled it out. We tried to use as little body filler as possible, but in the end, although it's good enough for how the car is right now, we're definitely looking at getting a new quarter to put on this, which I've never done that, but you know, it'll be fine, I'm sure. And then the roof of the car as well, there were some, where the roof rails were, there was some rust pockets up there that I sandblasted, and in the process of that, I actually just completely cleaned the roof of the car. I went down to bare metal and just put primer on top of it for kind of a temporary good enough. It's meant to look ratty right now because that's how I want it to look right now. But I would love for this thing to become a clean Camaro, something that like looks almost factory. I also did the hood a little bit. I got the original hood and I just sanded it down and did the same with the roof, just primed over it. It is good enough for now. So starting with mechanics, I think the big thing that a lot of people would want to know is what engine's in it. It's a 305 Chevy small block, really nothing special. It was purely enough just to get it on the road and get it driving. It has a 4-speed Muncie transmission. That's kind of it for mechanicals. It's really got nothing that crazy going on. Now, in a future video, I just plan to show the process of doing an engine swap with this car. I've been in the process of building a 350 Chevy small block that be getting slapped into this bad boy. And I think that'll be really cool and a really fun project. This isn't really mechanical, but I recently redid the wiring of this car. Not that the wiring didn't work, it's just kind of janky, old, and I wanted to put something new in here so that when I start doing more modifications with the car, I have the ability to do that easier than I would with the stock wiring harness. The wiring harness I went for was an American Electric's wiring harness, and it was actually a fantastic wiring harness. I very much recommend it. It was compatible with all first-gen Camaros, along with the Firebirds of the same years, because you didn't know, a lot of those cars are very similar. If I'm not mistaken, they have the like exact same chassis. It's just the body that's different. But yeah, I redid that, and it was a super great kit. Very easy to put together. All of the wires were labeled, had instructions for every piece, especially somebody like me who frankly doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to wiring. It was just great. It was great. Made the process very easy, simple, and honestly anybody could do that. As far as electrical goes, this car has hiding headlights, which is one of my personal favorite parts of this entire car, but they don't work. They have never worked for when I've had it. So that's a work in progress, kind of a not sure why it doesn't work. And the new wiring harness I got for it, it doesn't have the fuses that go to the headlights. I have electric motors that operate my headlights. Some of these cars came with vacuum operated doors. Not this one though. And I really don't want to go back to vacuum operated doors, so we're gonna try to figure out the electrical side of it. To be honest, the wiring's pretty messy. It was, once again, just enough to get it going, enough to get this car driving. And that's really kind of the whole motto of this car so far has been, does it work? If yes, go for it. As far as interior is concerned, it's kind of barren, to be honest, is the best I can describe it. I put in seat belts, which, you know, some might say don't need them, but, you know, playing it safe. I took out the factory lap belts and I replaced it with these seat belts. I do not remember the brand that I got them, but they are great. They're over the shoulder seat belts. They connect to our factory bolt holes. So no drilling, super easy to install. It took me like an hour to do the whole thing. A little quirk with my seat belts, and this is completely on me, is the hole that holds in the seat belt is also holding up the exhaust. And I think that's really cool and definitely not an issue. The seats are actually incorrect. They're the seats I got with the car, but this is an RS Camaro, which means it came with RS seats. The difference being, essentially, there is just a white line over the black seats.
So in the RS Camaros, there's supposed to be a white stripe right there, not a black one. Interesting enough, these seats were also blue originally. They were dyed at some point, but if you look underneath them, you will see they're blue.
This is another one of my favorite parts of this car, is the steering wheel. This is the original one that came with it. It's a little damaged, some cracking around the edges, but it's just such a cool steering wheel. It's so cool. I am missing the radio to this car, which I don't really need it right now, but would be nice to have. I have some ideas of what I'm gonna do with that. I have the wiring to get it set up, but haven't done it. But I have some brands I've been looking at, so there'll probably be a video on that at some point, if it doesn't take me another year to upload. Next is the gauge clusters, and I know this is a little more electrical, mechanical kind of thing, but I thought I'd put it here just because it's also kind of relevant to interior. My gauge clusters are pretty cracked, pretty beat up. They have seen better days, but the gas gauge works. The speedometer, speedo cable got sheared off. I don't know how that happened, but it did. So I'm gonna need to get a new speedometer for sure. There's no carpeting in this car, it's just sound deadener, so it gets really loud in here. It also has no headliner either. It came with headliner, but if you have experience with barn find vehicles, mice really like to live in the headliner. So it's important to remove the headliner unless you want your car smelling like mouse piss, which this car did. Still doesn't smell good, but now it just smells like gas, which I would prefer. But yeah, this is our newest project that we will be hopefully making more videos on. Engine swap is going to be the big one that I'll be working on, so hopefully we'll see that this winter. And just to address the elephant in the room, you might be asking, who's this cracker? Where's Jordan? Where's my awesome motorcycles? This was, from the beginning actually, a duo project. Where have I been the last year? Yep, but hopefully it won't take me another year to make the next video. I really don't think it will, but who knows? Anything's possible. I'm a cool guy out there. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're excited to see what comes next, not only for this, but for Jordan's projects and other projects we have in the works. But I'll catch you guys later on the flip.